Alright, so what is good, everybody on YouTube? This is of course your boy B, Bullet RC, coming at you guys again with yet another WTF. And if y'all don't mind, can y'all give me 2 seconds real quick at the beginning of this video? Listen, I know it's a lot of things going on right now in the world. The world is up in flames in some places, and I just hope that the 10 to 20 minutes of this video takes some of you guys away and out of that, because I mean, I've been on Twitter watching some of the news, and it's just craziness. It's just not a good time right now. So I'm just hoping that this 10 to 20 minutes of us chilling and chopping up about shoes takes you guys' mind off of that. Y'all know I'm not really big into politics, and I don't really step into that field on the channel, but with something like this and something that has happened over and over and over again, and we're really not seeing too much of a change, hopefully now people are hearing us. And I would encourage you guys, as I'm going to do after this video, to maybe donate to the Minnesota Freedom Fund or any fund that you guys, you know, like, or you feel that is important. Maybe it'd be a charity, whatever the case may be. Maybe give back to somebody. But again, I don't want to take a lot of this time, because obviously you guys come here to talk about the shoes and to have some fun and just chill. Like I said, I'm not big into politics. I don't know everything about it, but all I know is that what that man did is that he murdered George Floyd. If you feel any different, you probably can just go ahead and X out the video. If you subbed, you can unsub. Like I said before, man, I'm not the most politically fluent, but I need to at least say something. I don't want to be silent on this topic altogether. I haven't even said anything on Twitter really all week, other than, well, the sample drop, but I don't want that to be smashed right together with this. Listen, man, it is hard to segue off of that topic. It is very heavy, but hopefully we can have some fun today. Listen, man, it is Sunday. Y'all know what time it is, man. Let's get into this week's Heat or Hype, where we get into the latest sneaker releases, sneaker rumors, or anything I want to talk about in the sneaker or streetwear world. That is what we do here today. And remember, if I don't talk about a shoe, either I forgot about it, didn't edit it in, or it was just that basura that I did not want to expose y'all to it. But this week's basura is going to be real interesting, because I think some of y'all are going to like it, some of y'all are going to hate it, and I think I like this week's basura, bro. Don't get me wrong, there's still Garbola juice, but I think this might be a it's so bad it's good situation. I don't know, we're gonna get into it though, and of course we got more leaks, more heat on the way for next year, and just a ton of news to talk about. So listen, man, sit back, relax, make sure you drop a like on this bit, and again, man, let's just talk some shit about some shoes, take our mind off of the craziness for a little while. Listen, man, let's get into it. Let's get into this week's Heat or Hype. And also, I didn't want to really just smash it in together with, you know, the George Floyd situation. But yes, there is a brand new Sample Industries drop on the way. Obviously, the tee you guys can see, as well as the hat. The fully loaded drop is on the way. It will be shorts, tees, and hats. I don't have a specific date right now, but when I know, I will let y'all know. And of course, you guys can see, well, this is kind of the stuff that goes together right here. But yes, this stuff will be dropping very, very soon. Of course, follow at SMPLIND for any info on the drop. But first off, of course, we had the flinch drop over the weekend on the 30th. I told y'all they were going to sell out, and these went harder than I thought they would. I kind of checked prices, and it seemed like my size was still over 300. So I hope you guys were actually able to get yourself a pair. The latest trend with the Jordans is kind of crazy, bro. It's kind of getting back to those older 2013, 2014 days when the J's was going crazy, especially with the Last Dance and everything. Everything has kind of been on the upswing, and the hype is kind of just building back up for them. I'm just glad that I was actually able to cop a pair off the shock drop, because I did sleep through the release on Saturday. But like I said in the review, I thought it was a cop. It's a solid shoe, good colorway, and it seems like a lot of people thought the same, bro, because them joints is gone. Up next, we actually got another brand new Nike SB Dunk Low. Now this one is an ACG Terra inspired colorway. Seems to be mostly like a nubuck or a durbuck on the upper. You got the purples, the blacks, the reds, and the yellow laces with the speckled outsole. In my opinion, because I like some of the older ACG stuff and even some of the ACG inspired stuff, this pair of dunks is pretty tough in my opinion. Now there is no release date on these as of right now, but if they're popping up, I would assume within the next 2 months we'll probably get some more info on this joint right here. And since it's a low top SB, I'm assuming the retail will be 100 even for these bad boys. Next up, we actually got another look at this new Jound and New Balance 992 collab. Well, we actually got the full look at it, and they are right here. Of course, it's a Jound collab, so these will be selling out. Now, I do like the 992, and I told y'all it was a really good model. Even featured it on the summer sneakers video. Now, while I do like this colorway, it does remind me of a regular, you know, GR release colorway of the 992, but that isn't a bad thing because the simple colorways can definitely work for this shoe. Would I like to see some more craziness with the collabs? Yes, but just like the Kith collab, just like with the Xiao collab, at the end of the day, it's a New Balance. And crazy and loud usually isn't the New Balance way. To me, when I look at New Balance and their collabs, it's about the colorways, the materials, and simple colorways that just seem like they would go with a lot and really just last forever. So I guess this really fits in with that kind of vibe of New Balance. Again, though, these just popped up. There is no release date info, so let's get to the next one. Now, these next 4 shoes we're going to talk about, I'm pretty excited about at least 2 of them because it's pretty interesting, and y'all have been asking for an update on them. The Nike Space Hippie Pack. Now, they're going to be all dropping on June 11th. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, the retail for these shoes is that the 1 is going to go for $130, the 2 for $150, the 3 at $180, and the 4 at $180 as well. So $130, $150, and both of the rest, 3 and 4, $180. Now, this is actually kind of more expensive than what I thought they would be. Maybe this new Crater foam, this new recycled material, making this process might be expensive. I don't know, but they are more expensive than I thought they were going to be originally. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of the 1 or the 2, but the 3 and the 4 I'm really digging. So although before they were saying it is a women's sneaker, it will go up to a women's 15. So some of the yacht gang like myself will still be able to get a pair, or at least get your size. Or actually, let me just say the size will be available. Getting your size, I don't know. I feel like this is going to be a pretty limited release, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Again, though, I really dig the 4, but I think the 3 has to be my favorite because it looks like a space age pair of Prestos, and it really reminds me of some of my favorites right here, of course, the acronym Prestos. So really it goes 3, 4, and 2 and 1, pretty much interchangeable for me. Next up, on June 19th, we have the Nike Be True PEC, where we have these 3 shoes right here. We got a brand new pair of 2090s, that slider, that sandal I'm forgetting the name of, and of course the Air Force One. Now, I'm only going to focus on the Air Force One because that would be my favorite, and I just think it's a super clean pair of Forces. Y'all know I love my all-white Forces, and these ones just look like a good clean pair. And of course they do have the colors, the rainbow, the flag. It has those things on it as well. It is of course part of the Be True PEC. Now, I like this shoe because it is a very turned down version of these bad boys right here, because y'all know I bought these at the Nike outlet when they dropped, and this was the Be True 720s, which is one of the best 720s still to this day that has ever dropped. These were fire. I literally just copped a brand new pair of white Forces, and these ones I definitely don't need, but I do like this pair. Again, these Forces drop on June 19th for a retail of $120, which is, well, I think about $30 more than what they usually would cost. Now, in some retro news, the LeBron 8 is coming back. It is on the way. Now, the first one we have is the St. Vincent St. Mary, or SVSM pair. These green joints are going to be dropping now. They're supposed to be dropping, or let me not say are. It's a rumor. It's a leak. So the rumor is that they're going to be dropping in late 2020 or early 2021. Now, as far as the LeBron 8s go, I think the only pair that I owned was like the Summer Lake Hornet joints. But of course, you got a lot of good LeBron 8 colorways, even the low top. What is it? The all over crimson, the infrared color one? I'm forgetting the name. Got the Entourage. Of course, you have the South Beach 8, which, I mean, I feel like them South Beaches are going to come back at some point. Now, the LeBron 8 isn't the only one we got to talk about. We also have to talk about the Christ the King. Yes, these are also supposed to be dropping late this year, maybe December, around holiday 2020. And of course, the retail is going to be $200. We don't know the retail right now on the LeBron 8s, but I'm sure that if we're getting the SVSM, we're going to be getting more colorways, and that retail, of course, will be coming out pretty soon. Or at least the info will be coming pretty soon. That is if they do drop, because again, rumors, leaks. But let's go ahead, let's get into the next one. Now, we also got a quick update for this week. The University Red, or St. John's Nike Dunk Low, will be dropping on June 12th for a retail of $100. Nike just dropped the official photos, and again, it's going to be a similar situation with the Brazil, the Syracuse, and the Kentucky. I feel like the St. John's pair is going to be doing the exact same thing. Of course, I'll be trying for the shoe on Nike sneakers. Again, though, will I actually get it? Nike sneakers doesn't really like me, so probably not. We got an update on a shoe that kind of came out of nowhere. The Bubba Chuck Reebok Question Mid is dropping on June 12th. Now the theme behind this one is fishing, and just overall the color blocking. We went into detail about this shoe before, and y'all already know I'm definitely down and for this release. Now this is a nice Kicks and Reebok collab that I believe was designed by Frank Cooker. So salutes to him because this is a banger pair. And of course in one of the photos you're gonna see the shoes with like a tackle box, and that is like the press release box, which is super dope. These Bubba Chuck joints is fire in my opinion, and of course there's a VA bias here and there's a fishing bias because I love fishing as well. Anyways, let's get to the next one. The next one we got is on August 12th. We have an Air Jordan 1 Zoom High, and this one is a Space Hippie version of it, which is going to be very similar to the recycled materials and stuff that was used on the Space Hippie pack that we talked about before. Now I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. In my opinion, these joints is bona fide outlet specials, bruh. This shoe is in no way fire to me at all. Depending on how limited this shoe is, depending on how they push it, you know, ones, Jordans is definitely hot right now. Colorways that people don't think will sell out are selling out for sure. But this one, by the time we get to August, I don't know. This one might sit around, but again, we'll have to see when we get there. And maybe I'll just have to eat my words. But again, in my opinion, these Space Hippie ones, outlet specials, bro. Outlet specials for sure. Now we got some more ones to talk about this week, and first up is the Biohacker, what's being called the Biohack pair of Air Jordan 1s, which seem to pull inspiration from a pair of undefeated dunks from 2005. And obviously you guys can see where the correlation is. Where I think it looks a little bit better on the dunks, the ones to me just look a little bit crazy, and I feel like with the right fit you can definitely pull this shoe off, but with the wrong fit, this shoe is gonna be basuda, bro. It's a lot of weird colors and different things going on. It is kind of a weird shit type of Air Jordan 1, which usually would be kind of right my alley, but this colorway, it really isn't doing it for me right now. Okay, listen, man, it is time to get into the official basuda of the week, and we have one shoe. And this one shoe, I want y'all to chime in down below because I feel like the comment section might be a little bit split on it. For one thing, I think we will all agree on that these shits right here, this new Nike Saccade Vapor Waffle, the shoe is basuda, garbanzo beans, garbola juice, all of the above trash. Yes, it is. But, gotta be honest, man, I'm liking them. I know. We've seen a few colorways before, but this white, red, and blue one just popped up. A lot of people are drawing comparisons to the Forrest Gump pair of Cortezes. Well, obviously, yeah, I can see that as well. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck with y'all. It's a cop, bro. It's a cop. We are fair when we talk about the basuda of the week. Just because a shoe is basuda and it is trash and so ugly doesn't mean it can't be good as well. And I feel like that's where these Saccades fit in. I think the craziest part about this shoe is just the back. They look like they're talking, bro. Y'all know when you had a pair of shoes too long and the soles start to flop just a little bit and you get clowned because they talking? These shits is built in with the talking feature on the heel. Apparently, these are supposed to be dropping sometime summer of this year in 2020, and the retail will be $180. So I want y'all, again, let me know down below one or two words to describe these Saccade joints right here. Do you like them? Would you cop them? Or nah, this is a no-look pass, straight up basuda, bruh, bull. Get them shits off the screen. Don't worry, I will. Go ahead. We don't need those Saccades anymore because, listen, we gotta get to the rest of the list. Let's go ahead and get back to the leaks. Let's get back to the heat, bro. Next up, in 2021, there will be more dunk lows dropping. Who would have guessed it? Now, these 4 colorways will be for small feet game for the women out there. And also, I did read your comments on the last heater hype, and a lot of y'all said that y'all weren't tired of the dunks. It's just that y'all were tired of the shoes dropping and being so hard to get, and I think that's a better assessment of it. I don't think we're necessarily tired of the dunks dropping, but every time that they do drop, they're always extremely limited. So it's kind of like, all right, cool, you're dropping all these cool dunks, but who can really get them? And when they sell out, obviously the price doubles and triples on them, and in some cases has quadrupled on them. So yeah, I think I agree with y'all out there. Again, I don't think I'm tired of the dunks or talking about the dunks. I'm just tired of them being so limited that we really can't get them. Anyways, these are dropping in 2021, very far off, so let's just hop into the next one. Now, for the last few weeks, we have been talking about these Grateful Dead Bear SBs, and we have another one to talk about this week, and I believe it's the best one that we've seen so far, and this is the Yellow Bear. This is a for sure cop. I really like the color blocking on this one with the yellow and the blue. So far to me, it's the best looking one. This is a cop for sure. Next year, spring 2021, we have another new pair of Air Jordan 1s, and these are the Hyper Royal. Of course, it's a Hyper Royal blue as well as a gray. And a lot of people are rating these pretty high. And to me personally, I mean, it's not a bad colorway, but I feel like the Storm Blues, when they dropped, they should have got more love. And I was one of the people that slept on the Storm Blues for sure. And I think the Storm Blue looks better than these blue and gray pairs for sure. Again though, these are supposed to be dropping in spring of 2021. So we have a while until we see some actual photos. Of course, again, it's just a mock-up. Now, it wouldn't be a heater hype unless we had a new Yeezy 350 V2 colorway come out of nowhere. And we have these joints right here, which is the Yeezy 350 V2 ELIADA, and I don't know exactly how to say it, but I know in English it means God is knowing. Now, one thing I know is that this shoe looks like other colorways mixed together to create a new one. It is some different colors, and maybe, you know, it's not that it's a bad shoe, but I would like to see what they actually look like when we get some leaked photos or whatever the case may be. It's not the worst colorway I've seen, but it is just, it feels like another repeat, another pair of brown Yeezys, almost like brown and orange. It's definitely a weird colorway. Kanye is definitely in his weird colorway bag with this one. And for me personally, it's an easy pass, bro. But listen, y'all already know how I feel about 350s. I don't need to repeat myself. Let's just go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, this next one we gotta talk about is another Off-White and Nike release, and this one seems to be also placed around July 2020. And this is again that pair of Air Max 90s, the red, orange, and like green joints that we have been talking about for a very long time. The suspected release date is around July 2020, and the suspected retail is $160. I can't tell y'all for sure that's when it's gonna be or how much it's gonna cost, because the info on this shoe has been changed and pushed back and switched so many times that until I see a picture from Virgil himself sometime soon, I don't know, man. This might be another one that gets pushed back. Now, to go ahead and end off this week's heater hype, last week we talked about a neutral gray low, or neutral gray and particle gray low top one, an OG pair that's releasing next year. And in that video, I said that I didn't think they were gonna drop a high top neutral gray, because I wanted a pair. Lo and behold, about what, a day later, Monday, neutral gray Air Jordan 1 highs are supposed to be dropping next year in 2021. Now, this is an automatic cop. I don't think I need to tell y'all how crazy, if they do release, again, leaks, rumors, if these do release, it is gonna go crazy for these joints, because I don't believe that this colorway has ever retro. The neutral grays is a for sure cop, and I like that, because if the neutral gray ones, if I end up not getting them and the resale is too crazy, you know, I might have to fall back on the particle gray lows. But let's just hope that everyone watching this video right now that would want a pair next year can get a pair. But listen, man, that is it. That is all I gotta say for the heater hype. Not to get too deep back into the beginning of the video, but of course I gotta say it on my channel because I do have somewhat of a voice. Listen, man, we need justice, not only just for George Floyd, but for all of us. Listen, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like on this bit. Hopefully new videos on the way. That early sneaker that I've been waiting on should be coming in Tuesday, hopefully. But for right now, man, that's all I got. Much love to all the fam, followers, and of course supporters. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Twitch. The Twitch is BulletRC, by the way. Might be going live tonight. Here, there, blase blot, of course, BulletRC. And I'm gonna see you guys on the next video. Much love. I gotta go edit now, and I hope y'all are doing okay out there right now. That's all I gotta say, man. Much love. Peace.
If you come here trying to take some, there's a lot more where that came from, and it really ain't no thing. I got some up in this thing. I just dropped the jig in my Red Bull, and it really gave me wings. Yeah, up and away. Y'all should have seen this shit coming in May. We doing 300.